Pete Butcher. I work for Duchesne County School District. I'm a mechanic, and we're going to show you a little bit about this really neat white bus behind me. This bus was purchased to help out the teams. It's 14 passenger plus the driver, so 15, to help them get safely to and from activities and sporting events and allow you a little comfort, because this bus has air conditioning. And guess what, folks? The Bluebird buses do not, so use this bus. We're going to show you a little bit about how to safely inspect this bus before and after a trip, and some basics about driving this bus. So to do your inspection on this white bus, you want to start on the same side each time. We're going to start on the front of the bus. The first thing that I'm looking for is that the bus is not leaning to one side or the other. That would indicate a problem with the suspension. I want to look under the bus and make sure there are no fluid leaks like oil or transmission fluid. I want to verify that the headlights and marker lights to the bus are working and illuminated, that they're not broken. I'm going to look at the windshield of the bus to make sure that there are no cracks and that it is clear of any obstructions. To open this hood, you need to pop the hood release down by the emergency brake pedal, and right here is a lever that you push up towards the sky and lift up the hood. And there's a hood rod right here, has an arrow. You put it where the arrow is. I'm going to look at a few basic things underneath the hood to make sure that this vehicle will take you where you want to go. The first thing is, this is the antifreeze reservoir. You can use the light on your cell phone or a flashlight, but you want to make sure that it's up to this level right here. If it is low for some reason, we add antifreeze that's mixed with water. This is where you add the antifreeze. The next thing I'm going to look for is that the brake reservoir right here, the brake fluid reservoir. And as you look, this is the max line, the max fill line, and the minimum fuel line. And we know that the fluid line is right here, so it's full. This is for the windshield wiper fluid. This is the air cleaner. Just make sure that this is on properly, snapped on. This is the oil dipstick. I'm going to take this dipstick out. I'm going to wipe it off with a rag, and I'm going to put it back in, and then I'm going to take it out again. And what I'm looking for is, you see these little dots right here? This is the safe operating range. We can actually see that this is a little bit low right now, and it needs about a half quart of oil. Push the dipstick back in all the way. If it doesn't go in, just turn it slightly and it'll go in for you. We're going to check the oil with the engine off. Next, this is the transmission dipstick. I'm going to check this with the engine running. It needs to be warm. Again, I'm going to wipe off the dipstick with a cloth and then put it back. Make sure that that's in the safe operating range. This is kind of long because it goes quite a ways, but I'm looking that it's between these crosshairs right here where it says hot and cold, and on the hot I want to make sure that there's fluid right there. This bus has the batteries underneath the bus. However, if this bus gets a dead battery, the positive and negative terminals are right here. This is the positive and this is the negative, and this bus can be jump started with a pair of jumper cables attached appropriately right here. This is the heater hoses, and these valves allow antifreeze to go to the heater in the rear of the bus. So if there's a problem, it can be turned off right here. The last thing you want to check is this serpentine belt right here, and just make sure there's no cracks on it and that it's pretty tight. So those are the main things you're going to check underneath the hood. This bus has brand new tires on it, but every time you take this bus out, you need to check the tires. So you're gonna check the tires right here, that they have 4/32 of tread on them. An easy way to tell 4/32 tread is with a penny. So what you're gonna do is this penny right here, if you look at Abe Lincoln's forehead, that's 4/32 of an inch. So you take that and you turn it, and if his forehead is covered, you know that this tire has sufficient tread depth. I'm also looking at this tire that the lugs are attached appropriately and the valve stem has a cap, and that this valve stem is attached and not cracked. I want to do that on each side of the bus. This bus will tell you the operating range for the tire pressure, and it's right here, and it says that you need to inflate it to 65 pounds per square inch. So you'll check the front that they're 65, and then the rear has what they call a dual. So there's 2 tires on each side, and each tire needs to have 65 pounds per square inch on the inner and outer dual. You might wonder, how do you check the tire pressure on duals? Well, the valve stems are going to be offset. So this is the valve stem for the outer tire, and the valve stem for the inner tire, if you have to kind of look, but it's opposite, and it's right in here. So you're going to have to use a tire gauge on this and this, and look and pay attention to this rounding of the tire. That kind of shows you that it is inflated properly. So we're just going to explain the lights on this bus. These white lights are reverse lights. Make sure they're not cracked. This is your left blinker, your left stop lamp, brake and marker, and right signal, and these are also marker lights, and then this is your plate light right here. Just make sure they're not cracked and that they're working. This is the emergency exit on the bus. It's also how you can load equipment onto the bus, and there is a sufficient cargo area right here for sports equipment or coolers. Just a safety item, when you're boarding the bus, make sure to pay attention to this cabin door so you don't hit your head. And then this handrail right here is really important. Make sure to use that and your passengers using it as you're getting on the bus and getting off. This bus is a lot like a van, and it has many of the same controls as a van or a pickup truck would. This vehicle is equipped with a horn. It has an automatic transmission. It has a heater and air conditioner for the driver right here, just standard controls. When you first turn the key, you're going to pay attention to the lights and make sure that they come on, and then as you turn on the key, they go off. So these lights would be like your battery or your seatbelt lights or your brake lights, those types of things. For the headlight controls, you turn it all the way to the right and your headlights will come on. To activate your brights, you pull the blinker towards you and you will see this blue light illuminate on your dash, which indicates your brights are on. If you want to turn it off, pull it again toward yourself and it'll go off. These are your hazards on top of the steering column, so you just push them in. You'll see your hazard lights activate. To turn it off, just push it in. And then these are your mirror controls. So you have 2 mirrors on each side of the bus, plus an additional mirror near the hood and bumper area. So this mirror adjustment control knob closest to you controls this lower mirror. So this one that's closest to the driver does the right side mirror. The one that's closest to this heater vent or the top of the vehicle does the driver's side mirrors. So if you use the selector switch to the right, it controls the lower mirror. Selector switch to the left, it controls the upper mirror. This vehicle does not have power windows. It's just standard roll windows, and it has a lock. If you can see the red, it means it's unlocked. So that's in your lock position. To activate your air conditioning, just turn the fan on, turn it to max AC. And then this is your bus control module. I'll just close the door here. When you close the door, this is the lock. This is the fan control on the rear of the bus for the heater or the air conditioner. And then this control knob closest to you adjusts the temperature to cooler or warmer. On this control module, this switch right here operates the dome lamps for inside the bus, and those are above each seat. This is the heated mirrors, and then this is the rear heater. So rear air conditioner, rear heater. This switch you likely will not use, but this is called a master switch. And when you activate this switch right here, this light will begin blinking, and it turns on the yellow lights, kind of like a school bus stopping type light. So this vehicle is equipped with some safety equipment. The first is this fire extinguisher. You just want to make sure that the arrow is pointed in the green. If you need to remove the fire extinguisher, you just pull it towards you, and you're going to lift up, and you see this right here. You just kind of have to pull up and out like that, and to put it back in, you just kind of put it at an angle. This vehicle is also equipped with safety triangles, and there's 3 of them. If you are disabled on a 2-lane road, the first triangle goes 10 feet back, the second 100 feet back, and the third 200 feet back from your vehicle. And by law, you need to set those out within 10 minutes of being disabled. The last thing on this bus is, this is the fuse panel up here, and there will be some extra fuses on this bus as well. And then as the last thing we want to mention is this vehicle is equipped with seat belts for the 14 passengers, and they need to be wearing those at all times while the bus is in motion. So the inner seat just has a lap belt, and then the window seat has a shoulder and lap belt. Thank you for watching this video. We hope that you can safely transport your students and other staff members. And if you have a problem, please reach out to the bus garage so that we can help you address it. There's a pre-trip form that you need to fill out before and a post-trip after, or you can also do that with the mobile app called Fleetio Go. If you have any questions, please reach out to Mike or Deb in the district office. Thank you.